My wife is doing everything she can to save her marriage that she destroyed by cheating on me. She cheated on me and had a child with her lover. Your Honor, my client does not wish to get divorced and is asking the court to mandate counseling. She believes the marriage is strong enough to overcome this issue with a little help. That was her lawyer speaking, her being Julie, my soon-to-be ex-wife. If I had any say in it. My lawyer stood up. Your Honor, a year-long affair with multiple men resulting in the birth of a child is hardly just an issue, especially when DNA tests confirm the child is not my client's. We see no point in prolonging this farce of a marriage any further. Counseling won't change anything. It is precisely because of the child that I am inclined to order counseling, the judge responded. A child needs a stable home to grow up in. If you think I'm going to raise that cheating woman's child, I interrupted loudly. My lawyer cringed as the judge slammed his gavel. One more word, and I will hold you in contempt of court, he shouted at me. I am ordering 1 month of counseling with 2 sessions per week. You will attend, Mr. Stedman, or face consequences. He glared at me briefly, then hit the gavel again. That's all. Julie, my soon-to-be ex-wife, had a smug look on her face as I walked into the counselor's office. I'm Dr. Sullivan, but you can call me Gerald. May I call you Brian? He smiled at me. No, you may not. You will address me as Mr. Stedman, I replied. Brian, there's no need, Julie began. And you don't speak to me at all, I snapped at her. I think we need to calm down, Dr. Sullivan said. Please, Mr. Stedman, take a seat. He gestured toward one of the 2 chairs placed side by side in front of his desk. I dragged my chair a good 6 feet away from Julie and sat down. Gerald let out a sigh. All right, then, he started. I didn't catch the rest because I took out my AirPods and started listening to music on my phone. Gerald just stared at me for a moment before turning to talk to Julie. I couldn't hear what he was saying, so I kept scrolling through my phone, listening to my music. After about 15 minutes, I noticed Julie stand up. She gave me a hard glare and stormed out of the office. I took out my AirPods. All right, doctor. Great session. See you on Thursday. I'm canceling the sessions and sending my report to the judge. Even better. And with that, I left the office. The judge was clearly displeased. Give me one reason why I shouldn't hold your client in contempt, he demanded, glaring at my lawyer. Your Honor, you ordered my client to attend the sessions, and he complied by attending the first one as per the order. It was the counselor who canceled the remaining sessions, my lawyer argued. The counselor's report clearly states that your client made no effort to participate in the session. He put on headphones and ignored them the entire time, the judge shot back. The order required his attendance, my lawyer responded. He attended. Since the counselor concluded that further sessions would be ineffective, I request that you grant the divorce as per the petition. Absolutely not, the judge replied. I am ordering 4 more weeks of counseling. Mr. Stedman will attend, and he will engage in the sessions. The office was arranged exactly the same way as before when I arrived, 2 chairs, about a foot apart, facing the doctor's desk. He sat behind it. The desk was bare except for a yellow legal pad and a photo of a woman, probably in her mid-30s, along with a child who looked about 6 years old. Mr. Stedman, the doctor said, please have a seat. Once again, I started to move the chair. Julie reached out to stop me, and I recoiled. I'm letting you both know that any physical contact will be considered an attack and met with appropriate force, I said. Julie gasped, pulling back. I resumed moving the chair and then sat down. Once again, I took out my phone. Mr. Stedman, the judge ordered you to participate in this session, the doctor reminded me. I'm aware, I said. I'm using my phone to record the session to prove my participation. My lawyer informed me that some counselors can have their own agendas. Since my soon-to-be ex-wife has been seeing you for some time, I believe you may have already formed a relationship with her that could be biased against me. And what if I don't want you to record the session? The doctor asked. Then I'll go back to court and request a different counselor, I replied. I have that option. The only reason I haven't done it yet is that it would cause even more delays. Julie, how do you feel about the session being recorded? The doctor asked her. Whatever, she said, waving her hand dismissively. Can we just get started? All right, the doctor said. What I'd like to do to begin, before we start, may I ask a question? I interrupted. Of course, he replied. You can ask questions at any time. I might ask you to hold off during certain parts of the process, but you can click on share and more to see if there is a part 2.